Have you ever wondered about the deep roots that intertwine through the annals of history, binding families over centuries? Today we delve into the ancient lineage of the Temple family, a name that echoes through the corridors of time from the misty landscapes of medieval England to the shores of the New World. The story begins in the dimly lit halls of history, long before the Norman conquest. The Temple surname first surfaces in Cheshire, where they held a family seat from ancient times. Legend whispers that they are descendants of Leofric, the mighty Saxon Earl of Chester. After Leofric's death in 1057, his lineage branched out, with his descendants securing lands and influence, including the Manor of Temple in Leicestershire. Delving into the well-documented annals of medieval history, the Domesday book, completed in 1086, stands as a crucial piece of evidence, not merely a survey, but an authoritative testament to the Temple family's noble lineage in Warwickshire. As one of the earliest records to meticulously detail surnames, it lists the Temples, corroborating their prominence from the time surnames were first adopted in England. This historic register is complemented by verifiable records from the Escombe Saxon Church, further cementing the Temple's genealogical claims through documented sources. The Domesday book's reliability is unmatched, and together with the records from the Escombe Saxon Church, it provides a robust foundation for the Temple's historical significance. Notably, the Temples are linked to illustrious figures such as Leofric and Lady Godiva, enhancing their historical and cultural importance. Their active participation in significant events like the Battle of Hastings is well documented, highlighting their influential role through the centuries. This detailed historical narrative is not based on folklore or hearsay, but is supported by solid, incontrovertible documentary evidence, offering a rich, factual tapestry for those engaged in the study of historical lineages and records. This narrative is firmly rooted in the bedrock of historical documentation and scholarly research, providing a reliable account of the Temple's storied. Journeying deeper into the mists of time, the Temple family's ancestry intertwines with the legendary figures from the ancient mythos of the Saxons. Central to our tale is the lineage of Japhet, son of Noah, believed to have been carried through the ages by descendants of Seth, a mysterious child king who, according to lore, arrived on the shores of ancient Scandinavia asleep in a boat with no oars, under a sheaf of wheat. This enigmatic figure is often linked with the genesis of several royal lines in northern Europe. As the genealogical thread unwinds, we encounter Sceafa's reputed descendants, who played pivotal roles in their eras. Among them is Bedwig, known in the sagas as a king whose reign was marked by peace and prosperity. Following him, Hwala steps into the annals of history, a ruler whose wisdom was said to have brought enlightenment to his people. The narrative grows in intensity with the martial exploits of Bao, a warrior king whose deeds in battle are sung in the old ballads, echoing through the corridors of time. The climax of this legendary lineage reaches Geat, often identified with the god Odin himself, a figure who embodies the divine ancestor of the Temple family. It was under Geat's mythical rule that the Great Flood during Hadra's reign is recounted, a deluge that reshaped landscapes and destinies alike, further entwining the divine with the mortal. This storied lineage, steeped in myth and legend, eventually converges with the royal race of Northumbria, marking a continuum that threads through the rich tapestry of history into the lives of the Temples in medieval England. This blend of divine myth and human history not only enriches the narrative of the Temple family, but also underscores their significant place within the annals of British nobility. As we delve into the annals of history, we trace the Temple bloodline back to the revered kings of Northumbria, beginning around 190 AD with the legendary figure Odin, also known as Odin or Woden. Born around 210 AD, Odin named his realm Skif, setting the stage for a lineage that would intertwine with the fabric of early European history. This lineage includes Caesari of Scandinavia, a ruler noted for his diplomatic skills and alliances that shaped the early Scandinavian political landscape. Moving forward, Tietman emerges, a figure celebrated for his governance that brought stability during times of unrest. Hrodmund, another ancestor, is remembered for his fortitude in defending his kingdom against invaders, thus preserving the heritage and culture of his people. The narrative continues with Leofric, who is famously associated with the establishment of significant religious institutions, contributing to the spiritual and cultural enrichment of his realm. His son, Alfgar, echoes his father's legacy by expanding their territories and reinforcing their defenses, preparing the way for future generations to thrive. Each of these ancestors not only shaped their immediate worlds, but also laid the foundations for the temple's connection to significant English locations. Notably, the lineage's ties extend to Temple Grafton in Warwickshire, a place of historical significance recorded in the Great Domesday Book. This record highlights the enduring influence of the Temple family, linking them directly to the land and its storied past. As we connect these dots through history, the contributions and historical significance of the Temple ancestors not only define their eras, but also pave the way for the enduring legacy of the Temple family in England. This deep-rooted connection to royal bloodlines and significant historical figures underscores the Temple's prominent place in British history, weaving a continuous thread through the tapestry of time. Fast forward to the turbulent 17th century, a period stained by civil strife and regicide. Peter Temple, a notable figure, found his family's records stricken by the crown due to the Act of Oblivion, following his controversial role in historical events. Despite this, the Temple lineage persevered, with records from the Stowe Papers revealing the continued prominence of the temples in areas like Hutton Bushell and Temple Hall. By the 18th century, the temples had crossed the Atlantic. William Temple, a direct descendant of the Temple lineage, established himself in Warwick Swamp, Virginia. This bold move marked the beginning of the Temple family's American saga, as they navigated the complexities of a new world. The narrative of the Temples is not just confined to the past, but continues to resonate today. In the Revolutionary War, Jesse Temple served valiantly in the South Carolina Spartans Regiment, a testament to the family's enduring spirit of resilience and patriotism. The Temple family's journey through the centuries is not merely a tale of survival, but a vivid tapestry of influence and adaptation. From Saxon earls to American settlers, their story is a compelling chronicle of historical significance and lasting impact on both sides of the Atlantic. In conclusion, the Temples are more than just a family. They are a living legacy, a bridge between the past and the present, continuously influencing the chapters of history they traverse. Their story, steeped in heritage and survival, serves as a beacon for those who seek to understand the profound connections that shape our world today. Tracing the resilient Y chromosome through the Temple family unveils an unbroken lineage of extraordinary men, each contributing uniquely to the annals of history. Our journey begins with the mythic Japhet, believed to be among the progenitors of Europe, weaving through the generations to reach the formidable Leofric III Leofwinneson, Earl of Mercia. His famed influence in the 11th century, particularly his role in elevating Edward the Confessor to the English throne, marks a pivotal chapter in the Temple saga. Documents like the Great Domesday Book, compiled in 1086, provide a window into Leofric's era, detailing the lands and laws over which he held sway. As we move through time, each male heir of the Temple lineage adds his own thread to this historical tapestry. The New England Historical and Genealogical Register and other venerable records reveal how these men, from knights in medieval England to pioneers in the American wilderness, carried forward their forefathers' legacy of leadership and resilience. Highlighting significant figures like Sir William Temple, advisor to King Charles II, and his diplomatic endeavors that shaped early modern Europe. We see the Temples not just as participants in history, but as shapers of it. This continuous male line, enduring wars, revolutions, and migrations, emphasizes not only the personal courage of the Temples, but also their lasting impact on the historical and cultural landscapes they touched. As we connect these dots across centuries, the Temple family's Y chromosome emerges not merely as a biological inheritance, but as a custodian of history, passing down not just genes, but a legacy of influence and responsibility. Through this lineage, the temples serve as a living link to the past, guardians of a heritage that informs our present and molds our future.